Hey guys, Broker Doug here. I want to share 3 tips for success in this coming year. We have a new year. I think it's time to have a fresh plan. One of the things we should always do consistently throughout the year is look at our roadmap. And I think it's extremely important as we go into a new year to take time to reset the roadmap. What are your goals? And then reverse engineer those goals so we can figure out what we need to do on a monthly, a weekly, and a daily basis. What are the actionable items we need to do every single day that will lead to us hitting our goals or exceeding our goals? I think it's important to set your goals high. So I just finished reading a book, I won't lie to you. I finished listening to a book called The Science of Scaling. Phenomenal book, I think. If you haven't listened to it or read it, I think you should. It's great. It gives a lot of good tips, but one of the things it talks about is making sure that we're very actionable in what we do every single day in order to hit our goals. And then the other thing it talks about is, again, setting our goals very high. They need to be goals that are not necessarily obtainable when you first think about it. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get to that. But I think by setting your goals extremely high, you're going to reach further. You're going to work harder. And again, you got to figure out what those daily actionable items are. So take time right now to reset your roadmap, figure out your goals, reverse engineer those, and I promise you'll have a wonderful year. Number 2, audit before you add. That's another thing the book talks about, is taking time to evaluate when we're going to add something in. Is that going to help us actually reach our goal? As entrepreneurs, our minds move very quickly. We're constantly looking for the next best thing. A lot of times we're thinking that's going to help us hit our goal, but many times it doesn't help us hit our goal. It just causes us to slow down, causes us to blur the lines, takes our focus away from the target, because now all of a sudden we're focusing on this new thing. I think it's extremely important as you go into the new year and you're resetting that roadmap to also think about, and always think about every single day, that when you come up with a new idea, is that something that's actually going to help you achieve your goal and hit your target? If not, don't do it. I really love that part about the book. I'm extremely guilty of that. Anybody and everybody that knows me knows that I'm always searching, not for the next best thing, but I'm always searching for a better way to do things. And sometimes, look, you got to try it. It may work, it may not work. Sometimes you just got to go in and do it. But the book helped me realize and rethink and maybe look at things a little differently. So I do that now since reading the book. I kind of evaluate, okay, if we're going to add this in, what is that going to actually help me do to grow my business? Because that's really what it's all about, right? And then the third tip for you guys is win every single morning. How do we do that? I think it's extremely important every day to start with some type of physical activity. If you can exercise, work out, that's where you need to go. If you can't, just do a walk around the block, whatever. I guess that's exercising, but you know what I mean. I do work out every morning, physical workout, exercise, get my steps in, get my weightlifting in, all of those things. But coming out of that, my mind is very sharp. So tying back to kind of resetting our roadmap and doing our audit and all of that, the other thing that I think comes out of when you set your morning up to win every single morning is when you come out of that workout, I think it's extremely important in the first hour to hour and a half to take time to do your very high priority things. You're going to be energized. Your body's going to be pumped. You got the adrenaline going from working out. You're going to be highly successful in completing those top priority items. So there you go. That's my 3 tips as we go into the new year. Thanks and Happy New Year to everybody.